How's it going, all you lovely little weirdos? I am Globaloutcast, and that is my heterosexual life partner, the Anime Shogun.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, I was waiting all day to say that.
Yeah, you fucking would. You fucking just shut up and run the fucking episode, you bitch.
Well, today we're talking about the Fifth Doctor and the youngest as of that current point in time, actually, which actually threw a lot of people off. Yeah, we're
I'll
going to be
throw
talking
you
about the
off this fucking podcast.
one who created this motherfucker.
Just
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Fifth Doctor and probably seeing if who we'd love to see as the Fifth Doctor, if they ever decided to bring him back in some shape or form. If they couldn't bring up the original person and they wanted to change it up a little bit. Yeah, he the thing they had on him, one of the things you can out most recognizable is he had a piece of celery on his coat.
yeah, I see it.
Yep, that was a big thing, and he was the youngest as of that time. Yep,
Why did that look like rosemary?
I have no idea.
Anyway, okay, go on, go on. Anyway,
A couple fun facts. The fifth Doctor's daughter married the 10th Doctor.
yeah, that's right.
And my favorite line that someone ever said to them is someone asked the fifth Doctor, "What's the greatest gift a fan ever gave you?" And someone responded, "A grandchild." Because as of that point, all the people who played the Doctor were fans of the Doctor,
That makes
uh,
sense.
of Doctor Who, which I think was actually kind of cool. They've had a few um, companions. I don't remember which ones right offhand,
Yeah,
but I do know. I want to say early. I want to say 2010s, 2011, that somewhere in that general vicinity. He actually came back for a Doctor Who short with the 10th Doctor,
right.
and they did this weird thing where they aged him up. And with this weird time thing, I watch. It's on YouTube if anyone wants to watch it. It's actually pretty neat. Because that 10th Doctor says, "I've always liked you. You've always been my doctor." So it kind of feeds into the lore a little bit about maybe saying that maybe the other people who have been inside of him as the past and future doctors see him, can see through their eyes or some shit like that, which I find kind of interesting.
Yep.
Do you have any questions offhand about the Fifth Doctor?
Uh, Not really.
Because I don't remember how many seasons he's played. Because he played, I think, three seasons. Although they call them series over there.
Right. No, not really. I mean, it would probably be along the lines of who's the companions. Is it anybody we're familiar? I mean, somebody you're familiar with, not who I'm familiar with, but somebody that is well known. Because like everybody knows Rosie. Everybody knows Rosie. If you don't know Rosie, you're clearly not a fan. But no, that would probably be my only thing. But we would, continue.
Yeah, yeah. I do know that this is actually what I wanted to talk about. They had a special called the Five Doctors. Every now and then they'll do like a 10th anniversary special, 20th, shit like that. And this
Yeah, I'm
one,
sure we'll see the 50th version at some point.
I think the 50th already came out. I think
Did
so.
it?
I think so. I think that one was with the War Doctor, but we'll talk about that later. But they had the five doctors, which was the first doctor the original first doctor had already died, so they had to recast him. And what they usually do is they cast someone when something like that happens with the doctor, because the fans are so gung ho about the doctor and all that shit. Because lots of fans got pissy over a female doctor when in the lore the doctor can change between male and female. It's you roll the dice. He doesn't get the pick.
Right.
And so they picked someone who looked like him and they got him to talk like him. And they had the second, third, and fourth Doctor to come back for that special.
Right.
And I can't remember. Let me quick double check. Fifth Doctor, Fifth Doctor, Fifth Doctor. I am kind of slow. Shut up.
Kind of.
Shut up. But I think I can't remember what kind of because like I said, I haven't watched the original series yet. But I do know he's had with that one they've had like three or four companions, not like one, two, then three. Like he had three traveling with him at a time. I
Right.
think. But I do know the main guys for classic Daleks, Cybermen. I think the Master also, because the Master comes back a lot. I can't fucking spell. All right, so the Fifth Doctor's companions are Adric. Oh, okay. So the Fifth Doctor was the first one, Adric, who was the first one to die on screen in Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was the first one to die, and his character loved math. Someone named Nessa,
Go
Tegan,
on. Okay.
Tegan Joan of Jovanka,
Javanka.
Weisler Turgoff. The dude looks cranky in his pictures. Someone named a robot named Chameleon. So
Chameleon.
yeah, it looks like they took away K9 and they brought in Chameleon and someone named Perry Brown.
Perry Brown. But go on.
Those were, and he did three seasons or series, or they did three seasons of series, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay.
But they did a lot of stuff. I think the Daleks killed Adric. I think I don't remember too much. You guys ever want a good laugh? Like some of the stories are great, but the costumes were just cheesy as fuck back in those
So
back in
this,
those days.
I remember talking to somebody about this, and I can't remember, but I remember talking. Did you know? So it is celery that he wears on
Yeah,
his suit,
yeah.
and it was
I don't remember
attributed.
why.
It was attributed to the producer John Nathan Turner.
Okay,
Quote unquote, the celery was John's idea.
okay.
He just, I guess he came up to him and said one day, "I think the new doctor should wear a stick of celery on his lapel."
Yeah, they. From what I remember of watching, because every now and then I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch like little documentary shit about the Doctor,
You are
and
a Doctor Who nerd, so that's okay.
well, the technical term is Whovian.
Whovian, my bad.
Yep, get it right.
Whovian. Fuck off. All right, continue this, or I'm gonna fuck you up.
But they wanted a younger Doctor for the fifth one because I think if I remember correctly, they were losing some audience members and they wanted to get it back. And what better way to get people back than a young, handsome male character instead of an old, grouchy dude?
So kind of like they went with the Bond idea
Kind of. If I remember
in a
correctly,
weird way.
yeah, he was a bit dapper. From what I've seen in some things, he was a bit, he was younger, so he had a younger physique, so he was a bit more energetic. You know, he had this suave, soiree stuff about him,
Yep.
and other stuff like that. I still need to go back and watch the classic stuff. I so I don't remember if the Game Master was in here with him or an older Doctor. And those of you who know who the Game Master is from the recent special the Game Master was Neil Patrick Harris, and before
Yes.
he was a different guy.
What was it there? He was the game master, and he was another person too in there, but he was supposed to be the villain, from my understanding.
Yeah, his title is the Game Master. That's what he was. He's
Gonna
all
end up
about
fucking
games.
making me like look it up or some shit.
But yeah, he was the villain. When I thought that was pretty cool because some of the times they will bring back old villains in newer stuff.
Okay, I've got your answer for you.
What's that?
He is the toy maker.
Toy Maker. That's it. Thank you.
He was the toy maker in the 60th anniversary
Yes.
special episode. Otherwise, he is the game master.
Yes. Yeah. And he. Yeah, he's very powerful. I don't remember who the Toy Maker was or the Game Master, which Doctor he fought last, because I know it was in the older series.
Right. Now, isn't the fifth Doctor, isn't his whole episodes, is it still considered the lost tapes?
Yes, the first through the seventh are considered the lost tapes because the eighth was a movie.
Yes, because it was what, ninth that was Eccleston?
Yes, ninth was
Thank
Eccleston,
you.
and they revamped it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I got what you're at. I got what you're at. Go on.
Yes. Yeah, he's still the fifth Doctor is still considered the lost tapes because I still can't remember if it's water damage or a fire that broke out.
Right, right. All right, we were talking about this, I think, on the last Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, something happened and they lost a lot of tapes, and I think eventually someone found like someone that had them or something, and because they have a bunch of episodes on Amazon Prime
Right.
on BritBox.
Yeah, which is basically the BBC.
Yeah, I
Get
know
your minds in the gutters, you filthy fucking degens. I know where your minds are at.
it means big black.
Don't fucking finish it. It's the British Broadcasting Channel, you fucking degen.
I wonder if they ever tried to sue the people that made that name.
I
Anyways,
have
I
no
digress.
idea.
Anyways, I digress. But and I know for a while they had the original Doctor Who series on Hulu. I don't know if they still do or not. Because I know for a
I don't
while.
know. I know like BBC has, I think, their own like British like streaming service.
Yeah, I know they got rid of. Well, they sold the streaming rights of Doctor Who, and Disney got them. So the new Doctor Who series, starting with I forget his name, but he's a black guy. I,
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I'm thinking of the episode of like what is it, Rogue or Rouge?
yeah,
Rogue,
yeah, the new
Rogue.
guy. Um,
Dun, 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 dun,
um,
dun, dun, dun.
yeah,
Sorry, you're set up for sound only.
yeah. Um,
Baby.
fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. He,
Hmm.
right? Now I remember Disney bought the rights, and now starting with him, they did something in the special that made him. They're calling him the First Doctor, which I call bullshit. Um,
With the new guy or with the Fifth Doctor?
the new Doctor, the new guy. I'm getting back to the Fifth Doctor. Give you a second. We're taking the long
Okay.
way. We're taking the long way around. Shut up. Um,
Go on.
but Disney bought them, and now they're going to stream Doctor Who on Disney Plus. There's probably a reason why they're adding a bunch of shit to Disney Plus. Um, I don't know if they're going to be adding the old school Doctor Who's to Disney Plus or not. But if they do, there's a lot of stuff on the old school Doctor Who stuff that I don't know if they would like or not. Because
Right.
yeah, like the Adric death scene, because he blows himself up to save the Doctor and his friends. Stays behind and blows up a
Right.
ship. And that scene, when they first did that with the Fifth Doctor, it hit a lot of people because that was the first time they actually, witnessed an on-screen death in Doctor Who. Because the Doctor beforehand didn't really, if I remember correctly, he didn't really kill anybody off. They just left. Like the first Doctor's granddaughter left because she fell in love with a man. People left because they wanted to continue on with their lives, or they were left behind, or something. But he was the first on-screen death,
Okay.
so that hit a lot of people hard. Which, in my opinion, I think changed the series for the better. So yeah, I don't remember if Sarah Jane was started with the fifth or went with the sixth, because I know there was one person who stayed for three doctors. I
I don't, like I said, I wouldn't really know because I haven't watched like the lost tapes.
Yeah, it's really hard to find them. Like my brother and I had to talk to someone who knew about who because there are some Whovians out there who are really dedicated who found as much stuff as they could. Some
Ooh,
of the
yeah, that sounds like a fucking Dr. Seuss movie. Sorry, continue.
they found as much stuff as they could with some of the lost tapes, and then um, some of the video was damaged, unrecognizable. So they just had someone. They had a group of people draw the artwork. Some of the audio files were damaged, so they had people act out voice out the scenes, kind of like an audio book,
Yeah, no, I got you.
stuff like that. So I don't know if they found all of them or not, but I do know they have a lot of them on at BritBox, which I would
Right.
recommend check. You guys check out a couple episodes, see if you're into that kind of old school stuff, because some of them are actually still really good. They have really good storylines. All right, so here's a question for you then.
Go for it.
Who would you want to play if they decided to bring back the Fifth Doctor as someone else?
Hmm.
Obviously, he's blonde,
Oh,
so
right. So we want to probably stick to, well, do we want to stick to something like that?
well, I mean, they could dye the person's hair. They have done it before. Like, I personally would love to see maybe Hiddleston as the Fifth Doctor. He'd be an amazing kind of
Well, yeah,
energetic type of
if we're
person.
gonna stay young, if we're gonna stay with like young doctors, I would definitely say Hiddleston, especially with the hair. The hair could work.
Oh, hands down. I'd love to see Tom Hiddleston in any kind of Doctor Who stuff. Villain, hero, doctor, any of it would be amazing.
Um, trying to think of who. I mean, I'm not very familiar with
What about Andrew Garfield
Andrew Garfield. Not bad.
or Tom Holland? Just to name some of the popular ones.
I mean, Holland would be nice, but I feel like Tom Holland would be too small to be a doctor.
True, true. We'll have more content when we get to the ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctor and 13th.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's like, people, thinking about it, it's like, well, we'll be able to kind of get more into it when we get to the more popular stuff. But
Yeah,
even then, it's like,
we just want to cover all of it, and we have to pay respects to
yeah,
the
this is
OGs.
this is a this is a series, so we're gonna
Yeah.
start in the very beginning.
Oh yeah. You know,
But
no, he'd be too big.
I would say, I honestly, I think I'd probably be set on Tom Hiddleston.
Right?
Like I seriously think I could go with him.
Ooh, ooh, I know the perfect character for Tom Holland to play in Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Adric. He's a short guy
that
who
could be
loves
good.
math.
That could be good.
Cause
If I had to sit there and say, I could probably go with Peter Capaldi.
Peter, maybe if he was a lot younger, cause he played the 12th Doctor.
I know, that's why I thought of him.
Yeah,
It just kind of clicked in my head. I don't know. I don't really know anybody that could really fit in just like that well. I mean, not
yeah,
exactly a an actor. I mean, honestly, we said Tom Holland for not Tom Holland. God, fuck you, you piece of shit. Um,
you're
Tom
welcome.
Hiddleston for a few of them, but that's just
Right.
because I feel like he's got the slender but the tall length to play a doctor. He can be that, that fucking what's the word I want to use for? Like he could be the smart ass, but he could also be like that serious smart ass, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, look at how he played Loki. He can be oblivious and comical at the
You know,
same time. You could see that serious kind of mad side of him. So I
yeah.
think he would be good.
He can also fall in love with himself. I'm never gonna let that die down. The fact that he fell in love with a variant of himself.
Okay, here's a question for you. What about Jeff Goldblum?
Ooh, I'd love to see him in a Doctor Who thing.
Like, what if he was played as the fifth?
Maybe if he was younger, I'd love to see him as a Fifth Doctor because he has that chaotic like energy he could bring to the Fifth Doctor. I think
Right.
I'd love to see him as a Fifth Doctor.
Liam Hemsworth?
Maybe. I mean, he kind of has that. It looks like he kind of has that same build, so I could see that.
Yeah.
Obviously, he'd have to do the British accent, but
Well, that's what I was trying to think of. I'm thinking of like tall British actors, but
so I have another question for you that just sort of
okay.
popped in my head. Who would you want the Fifth Doctor to team up with? Like, what other Doctor from the newer gens, starting with nine?
So Fifth Doctor, or David Tennant. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. Fight me on it.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go fucking him and David Tennant.
Tenth? Which
Or,
one?
or
10th or
just
14th?
10th.
Okay. Because David
Um,
Tennant didn't come back. David Tennant did come back for the 14th.
yeah, he did. He did. He came back, and there was one point they had three doctors on screen, and he was one of them. No, if I wouldn't go David, Matt fucking Smith with the long brown hair, I would go Matt Smith.
I would love either of those two, just because of the
Right?
chaotic energy they would all bring.
Oh, it would be great.
I love me some Matt Smith, Doctor Who. He's by
That
far one of my
sounded really
favorites.
sus.
He's my favorite Doctor. All right, Matt Smith is my favorite Doctor.
Yeah.
He is by far
I
my
do say
favorite.
I do like him. My favorite was so like I said, and I'll say it on every fucking episode we do. Christopher Eccleston, first one, and I loved him. I thought he was great, but that's because I liked the seriousness he brought to the Doctor. That being said, I also fucking loved Matt
And
Smith
his,
because Matt was fucking comical.
yeah,
Matt was fucking great, but David's was the best for me because that mixture of both.
right. By the way, Christopher Eccleston's Doctor. My favorite part of him was the sass. There's a
Yeah.
naked, there's a woman, there's a naked woman and a man, a strange man in, in my room. Yes, there is. Anything could happen. Nope. Just walks out of the room.
Yeah. No, I would probably go put those two at the fifth and see what happens.
Right. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. But yeah, they have a. No, I still have yet to watch it because I want to see what kind of cool one-liners they have in the OG Doctor Who stuff. Because my favorite line comes from the Matt Smith's Doctor, and I want to see what kind of OG Doctor Who lines that hit hard.
Right.
Because my favorite line in the newer one is when a good man goes to war. The woman, the enemy woman's all like, "You're a good man. You won't do anything." And Matt Smith's doctor is all like, "There's now is not the time to find out why I have so many rules." And I want to see what kind of lines in old school Doctor Who that hit like that, because I can guarantee you they have some good ones.
Oh, right.
So who would you want? All right,
Yeah.
let's
Go.
say they have the Fifth Doctor and the 10th Doctor team up. Who would you want their villain to be?
The 5th and the 10th?
Yes.
Well, I haven't watched much of the 5th, so I'm not 100% sure. But with the 10th, I think I'd probably still sit with the Game Master on that
Okay.
one.
Okay. I would love to have them fight probably either some Time Lords, because for a while he actually did fight some Time Lords, if I remember correctly, or the Master. Or I just thought of this. Hear me out. The Master and the Toy Master, a Toy Maker, team up.
Oh, that would be fucking bad. Like that would be bad, dude.
Just think of it. Oh, that'd be so magical. But yeah, I'd watch it. They have, if you guys can't watch the old school, they have the new stuff on Disney, the new stuff on Disney Plus, HBO Max on the other stuff. I'm pretty sure you can find them anywhere.
Check Hulu first if you can't find them on Hulu.
Yeah,
Disney Plus only has from when
I think he's the 15th. I'm considering him
yeah,
the
the
15th.
15th. That's fine. I mean, I haven't really been updated to it, but the 15th, the only episodes I saw on Disney Plus was the 15th one with Rogue.
Yeah,
Aside from that, I haven't seen much. So it's if check Hulu if it's not on Hulu. Global, I would say maybe Amazon Prime.
yeah. BritBox.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely I would recommend BritBox
yeah,
because that's where I would go to watch my Sherlock Holmes
yeah,
by both people.
yeah. By the way, guys, they do have audiobooks and comics of old school Doctor Who stuff, keeping the adventures going. Um, so because I know one of the sons of the previous doctors voices that doctor. So I don't know if they still have him voicing the doctor, but they do continue on the stories with the older doctors through audiobooks you can get on Audible, graphic novels, comic books, stuff like that. So the adventure never really dies with them, as long as there's Doctor Who love.
Right.
Because
Yeah, I would say BritBox, Hulu, Amazon Prime. I would definitely say check it out at some point and see where we can find it.
yeah,
Amazon, yeah, Amazon Prime. I don't know. And if anybody, we are going to continue this. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought right now.
okay, so
Fucking
I just looked it up. What kind of Doctor Who stuff they have? Disney Plus, Tubi, Sling TV, BritBox, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, and Fandango at home are all the
Okay.
stuff you can check out Doctor Who on. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff with Doctor Who that I think a lot of people can hit hard with and hit home with. There's doc-
Right.
there's a doctor for everybody.
Everybody's got a doctor they love.
Oh,
Everybody.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. So you want to take us out there, anime?
We need to remember my script because I don't fucking remember this shit. But yeah, we could end up. So this is how we're gonna do this, guys. We are now proud to announce that we will be. We've got our Discord set up a little bit better now. If anybody does listen, wants to check us out, you can get the links from Global Outcast. He will post a link to where we are being streamed at. We stream games. We talk about Doctor Who. We've got other topics we could talk about. If anybody has nerdy topics they want us to talk about, we have a Discord for people to join. You just make a recommendation. We'll talk it over and we'll do it. We're for the fans now. That being said, we are proud to announce we are going to try to start doing live audiences,
Yeah.
meaning that since we're recording our episodes, since we're still doing everything the way we do it, because we're just weird like that, which is fine.
Hmm.
Point is, our plan is we are going to pull people in so they can listen to us live, and so if they wanted, they can interact with us. They can ask questions. If it's not something you're down for, you're welcome to just sit in and listen, which is perfectly fine. That being said, because I'm just rambling on at this point because I'm me, the anime fucking shogun. Anyway, so that is our episode for today. Thank you all for coming out. We love you. We thank you. Global, hit them with the fucking links everywhere. We hope you guys listen because we love doing this shit every fucking weekend that we can for you guys. And join our Discord. We also have a Facebook page to follow, and we have other locations we are at. We also stream. We're going to be working on that more too. Check us out. We hope you love our episodes. And if you don't like this episode, that's perfectly fine because Global's going to be hiding outside your window.
You know it. All right. Descriptions will be down in the link below. Catch you guys on the flip side.
Check us out. We love you. Now, Global, shut the fuck up and take us out of here already. God damn.